we will come.
In what form?
We must come. In any form we choose, in any way we choose.
So if we have free will, logically, why this will definitely not be allowed?
You hurt others, you don't hurt you. It's not about this planet alone.
Well, that will.
We are connected. You hurt other species. It's not about you alone. You're not alone.
So that will hurt other species in the solar system?
Yes. You cannot use your free will to infringe on others' free will.
So everything is happening on Earth, you can see.
We can see, we can feel.
So how many volunteers came to Earth for this reason?
When I volunteer, others came. When I came, my people volunteered to come find me.
Your people, meaning?
My people from my ship, from my galaxy, from my council. They represented different galaxies. They came.
So does anyone that Kim knows? That knows from her life?
She came.
Who?
She had a partner.
I see.
They fought together.
So he's one of the volunteers came together.
He came. He came to find her.
Are they soulmates?
Yes.
So they had lives before?
They fought many battles.
So where is Kim from? Does she have connections with the Sirius?
Andromeda.
I see. That's where she is originally from?
Andromeda.
What did she do there?
Make decisions. Help.
She's also some type of counsel there?
Yes.
So what is the relationship between you as a counsel and Kim?
This is how I manifest. This is how I choose to come. It was so very difficult.
What is difficult?
The energy is different, the frequency. It's hard for me.
So, but Kim has been on Earth. You have been on Earth before.
Yes, but...
So this time the energy is different? how do you feel about this energy?
The frequency here, it's denser, it's lower. So it's harder to tune the body to the frequency.
How does this
There's energy all over me, my face, I'm vibrating. I can feel the denseness, but outside the denseness there's vibration. It's like millions of tingles. It's just I can't describe it.
This is when you came to Earth? Or it's always like this?
It's always like this, but it was worse. When I came, I couldn't to fit all of this in a body. It's difficult. And I don't like this place.
What's that to do with when you were a baby, a certain incident happened?
They knew I was coming.
Who? The reptilian?
The negative ones. The ones who don't want freedom and change, and who don't want ascension, who don't want unity, who don't want us to, who don't want the beings to rise, to be like us.
So those are some are reptilians, or they're also human here?
It's not the humans. It's the reptilians. They're negative. They're hateful. They're dominating. They're warlike. They're inharmonious. They conquer. They enslave. They hurt.
I see. So what do they look like on Earth? Now you might be able to see.
They can stay the same, but they can also
they form themselves like humans?
Yeah, they don't form themselves. They can be human, but they can make humans perceive them to be like them.
How does that work? Can you explain more?
It's technology. They're more advanced than humans, so they can use their technology and they can manipulate the mind. They can manipulate the mind. They can program, plant thoughts.
And I know you're maybe uncomfortable, but can you explain that? Let's say how many are here? Like thousands? Or just their energies here?
There aren't many as they used to be.
And they have been
We are here.
Say it again?
We are here. We are more.
The volunteers are
We
more.
are more than them now.
Because there are more volunteers came.
Yes.
And from all different kind of
we
star
are here
system.
from many, and we bring many gifts.
Tell me about the gifts.
Each system have their own speciality, their own frequency, their own energy. their own healing, their own light, their own technology.
I see.
So
They're doing different things.
different things,
To raise
different places.
To raise the consciousness.
We're raising the frequency, we're raising the consciousness, we're healing, not just for humans, for the animals, for the plants. The trees, they're living, they're breathing, they're conscious. They have names, they feel, they hurt. The animals, they feel, they hurt.
They know
the planet, the earth feels, hurts. The water, the beings, there's so many. So many beings. There's so many space. So it's not about the humans alone.
So
That's
they're all
why
helping.
they don't understand. It's not just about their free will. Your free will cannot infringe on the free will of other beings. It's about unity. It's balance. Without balance, there's destruction.
So how the reptilian feels about many more volunteers keep coming?
They keep fighting, but they know they can't win. They have come to the realization that they cannot win, they cannot defeat all of us. They have caused some of us to delay. They couldn't stop, but they have caused us to have like a sort of amnesia. When we came in, we didn't understand first the complexities of
this reality.
Yes, we didn't understand they had set traps. They knew we were coming. So when we entered the reality, it kind of made us forget.
But I thought
it delayed the process.
So the amnesia delayed?
It delayed the process. It's
Of the
she knows she was here for something, but the something couldn't be remembered because they knew she was coming. So
they try to delay more.
Yes. If they attack, if they attack early, if they attack her when she's younger, they can delay the process. And they can buy more time. So if they attack us, but they couldn't attack all of us.
Just because there are too many of us?
Because we're from different places, higher frequencies. So the ones who could withstand the forgetting, could wake the others. Try to wake the others up by causing certain events to happen along their journey.
What do you mean certain events?
To have certain experience, meet certain people.
Ah.
that would create certain situations that would help them to remember.
I see. So, but this war, this looks like it's a spiritual war between the volunteers and the reptilians. Is this also part of the plan that will happen on Earth?
It's always been spiritual. It's always been spiritual.
So this is something also will happen this way, supposed to happen this way? It's difficult to explain. It's part of the evolution.
It's a collective consciousness. It's if we can get the collective consciousness to be more positive, to awake and see that they are more than they have been allowed to believe.
So is this the fear that we have a lot of fears right now on Earth? Is that also caused by the reptilians?
Yes. If you fear, you can't know. You can't grow. You confine yourself to this is all there is. But when you get beyond fear, then
you can transcend.
You can connect to higher consciousness that is waiting to help, to bring you up. That's how I can.
So the higher consciousness is like somewhere there. Then we can, when you
it's always there. Always there.
So you can catch up.
Yes.
And you can join.
But you have to want to. You have to fight the fear. Fight the manipulation. It's not easy. They bombard you.
So what the reptilians are good at is to manipulate the mind.
Yes. They can make you. You think it's your thoughts. The fear.
But it's from them.
Yes, they give you the fear, and they give you the fear. They give you the hate. Because if the unity comes, they can't. The energy is too great for them to stay, to survive, to manipulate. They will no longer be able to project those thoughts, those fears, those.
So they're projecting. They're always doing that.
Yes. They have technology. They set it up. It's all over the planet.
What does that look like? They set up this technology.
It's like it projects beams into the atmosphere.
And we cannot see. That is there.
It can be perceived, but it's in a frequency. It's in a sound. It's, how do I say? It's in like it's in a resonance. She can hear some of them. We can hear.
How does it sound like?
Some can be, some can be like a buzzing, but beyond buzzing, it's a, how do I describe it? It's a zing. The children can hear it.
So it's a kind of disturbing frequency?
Yes, it's to disturb the harmonics, the frequency. It's to keep the frequency off balance.
I see.
But it doesn't work on those who came to help.
They can block it?
We can resist it. We can resist it. It bombards us, but we can resist it. Some of us can be damaged, but we don't die.
When you say damaged?
It can hurt us,
like
to some extent.
Physically?
In the body, the body can suffer the damage.
Can you
get sick.
Like what kind of a sickness?
It can hurt the genetics. It can, what do I say? Affect the cell on a cellular level.
Cause, let's say, some pain or?
It does. It hurt her. They bombarded her.
What does that cause her to be?
They made it difficult for her to. If they made her sick, then she won't want to interact with people. People won't want to be around her, so she couldn't help them to grow. She couldn't allow her light and frequency to heal them, because they would see she couldn't function. Yeah. Couldn't help heal herself. Like, how could you help us if you couldn't help yourself?
So she has a problem digesting food, or she doesn't like to eat food when she was a baby. Has that anything to do with that?
We didn't need food. We had energy. The energy was enough for us to
survive.
Yes.
So we don't really need to eat?
No.
Wow. We just, we drink water, that will be enough?
It's about when you grow, you meet a level where you don't need external sustenance. You have what you need. The energy is enough.
Energy from themselves and from the universe?
Source energy is enough. You don't you're light.
Being.
You're a light being. You don't need food. You don't need it's the grossness of.
But why we feel hungry? We're hungry for something else.
We're hungry because it's a program. Yeah. We've been programmed from birth that we must. We have to survive. It's so their program.
Their reptilians?
The negative one programs there. The reptilians are just negative. The reptilians aren't the only negative ones. With the genders.
Not the only one. So how many different?
Just like we have different beings from different galaxies, and we have the council made up of different beings. They're different negative ones. They have their own collaboration. They have their own council, their own agenda. So it's just like how we have different races or different colors.
So many different types.
Many different types, but they can be same species, they can be different. Not because they may look different, they're different species. They can look different, but they're the same and they have the same agendas.
I see. So they made this a program to make us believe that we need to eat.
That they make us believe we need things that we do not need. To do things that we do not need to do, which take us farther away from self, farther away from cosmic unity, farther away from evolving and becoming part of the council, becoming part of our brotherhood or sisterhood. If they try to move us in the other direction, delay, they want the energy, they need the low vibration, the low frequency. It's better for them, but it's detrimental to Earth. So they set these programs in place, they set these systems in place. So if they can manipulate the mind, the situation early, and you grow into, you understand?
This is, it's like a trap.
Yes.
So the early, the better for them.
If they get the babies, they get the children, so then in adulthood they don't need to, they get you to...
They don't have to put too much work. Because we're already programmed.
Yes, you carry out the program yourself. You believe, so you carry out the program, and if you see others going against the program, you become the police for them.
You tell them that you're not supposed to.
You fight the change, but the change is to help you. The ones who can withstand the program is to help you. You fight those who are here to help you.
I see.
They make you believe we are not the enemy. We are brothers and sisters who want good. We want you good. We want you to join us at the table. But they make you fight us.
So,
and they, how should I put it? You become like not enemy to us is too strong. You are the ones who make them can easily locate us wherever we go. It's like you're the ones who they can use to see us. I don't know how to explain this. You become like their police.
So everyone becomes everyone's police.
So where we go in a community, they can perceive us through you. So they know where we are and they can come. They can.
So are you saying we almost become like spies for them?
Yes. They can they manipulate you. You spy on us. You take the information back to them, so they can try to suppress us.
So they can control us.
Yes. But
those volunteers are doing their job too.
We are doing our best. Even though it is hard for us. We don't I don't like being here. But I understand
that's your
why
mission.
I have to be here. So I endure the pain, the ridicule. We hurt too.
So what's the reason? Who brought him and came to this session today? You.
It was. She needed to understand why they were fighting her. Why everywhere she go, they were there. She needed clarification on why the sickness was there. She needed to heal because she was forgetting, she was hating, she came to help, but she wanted to destroy. So she was beginning to focus on destroying not just the negative ones, but humanity. So she was projecting a frequency that would create destruction. That was counteractive to the mission, to the.
I understand.
So she had to heal. She became, if you came to help and they were hurting you, hating you, fighting you down, then we feel.
So we have to heal ourselves first?
Yes.
Because they will attack people like him.
Always. Always.
And
the light, they can see. She shines.
So they can tell.
They know from in a crowd, they can see, they know us. They can see we're different from. But
so they keep showing me.
They are the ones who refuse to grow, who refuse to evolve, to come at the table of unity and oneness. They choose to be this way. They're the ones who will be sucked in.
So why they use that, like a black hole? Is that something that they feel that can manipulate our mind?
Because they wanted you to fear. They use fear.
I see. Because they tried it 3 times, and it's the same kind of a concept. So they just show this black hole that everything will be sucked in. So there's nothing to do.
But if there's nothing to do, then they are allowed to do what they're doing. So if they get us to, if they get you to believe that there's nothing to do, then you do nothing. You don't help. You don't help people to heal. You don't help people to awake. You don't help people to grow, to evolve, to ascend. They win.
Yes. So they put it very clear messages to my mind.
They can. That's how they have been.
They're very good
for centuries. Yeah, they are master manipulators. They can get you to perceive the illusion as if it's your reality.
Yeah, it feels so real.
Yes, it does. It feels real. But it is not.
So we have to have the discernment to.
Yes.
And
you feel it. You feel that something is not right.
So you know how I feel is that there's no love there. The whole thing they showed me, there's no love whatsoever, and I feel the control.
There's always love. They choose not to love.
Right. That's why I know it's not true.
They choose not to love.
Right.
They choose not to grow and evolve. Mind you, some of their species have grown and evolved into high states of consciousness. But then there are others that choose not to.
But what will happen to them eventually?
I'm not allowed to tell you, but I can say that everything will work out for everyone's highest and greatest good. Growth is essential. You are not allowed to remain stagnant. You must evolve, no matter how long it takes you.
Right.
So
that's the only way to exist.
So whether you're absorbed into a black hole, you will evolve in some form, some shape, some way. It's necessary. It's a cycle. It's infinite and changing and growing. There's no stagnancy.
And so
even higher beings are continuously evolving and growing and learning. And
there's no end.
No.
There's no time that we can say, okay, we learn everything.
No.
Right. So, so is this a negative energy on Earth is also necessary to make Earth?
Without a force of resistance, there's no growth. If you do not experience certain things, you cannot grow. How should I put it? Some things are necessary. Some things are not.
Uh-huh.
But some things are necessary for growth.
Uh-huh. For example?
If you didn't experience the things that you experience along your life journey, would you be who you are today?
Can you say one more time?
If you didn't experience the things that you experience along your journey, would you be the being?
No.
Good. So it was a necessary resistance, a necessary friction,
Right.
a necessary force
Uh-huh.
to aid you.
Yes.
So, and non-necessary force don't necessarily come from the negative ones, the dark ones. It can come from our brothers and sisters. It can also come from higher beings who see that you have become comfortable, stagnant. So they give you a gentle, let's say, a persuasion, a gentle nudge, not, just to get you to pick up the momentum,
Yes.
to be curious, to see yourself more than what you were programmed to perceive you are. That's the best way I can put it.
I see. So eventually, so the future is always bright, including those negative beings. They have to evolve.
It's, yes, but resistance, they put up resistance. If you are comfortable and you have the power to manipulate others, you get them to be your slave. You become comfortable. You don't want to leave that reality because you are getting what you want. So you don't find it necessary
to seek for changes.
Yes. You fight change. You resist change. You resist those who are for change. You fight them. You try to get rid of them. Yeah. So eventually it's inevitable. It must happen. It is happening.
Right.
It is changing.
And more volunteers are coming to Earth?
Yes. Yes, and they are higher. Higher, they're coming from higher planes of existence. And they are more powerful. So they can resist the program, the technology. And
so they're doing that now, the younger generation.
Yes, they are resisting. When she came, we didn't understand the complexities of here. So we didn't understand that the energy was too great for the body. And plus they were bombarding with the negative frequencies that cause the illness. So now we understand. So.
And she sends information back to you?
Yes. So they all send information back so we can understand what is needed. So now higher beings are coming who will not fall victim, who can understand how to manipulate the energy to fit in the. It's like if you're from a higher realm and you come into denseness, into the body, it can burn the body. How can I say? It can. It can cause certain changes
To the body.
to the body.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be negative changes.
Uh-huh.
But it brings more understanding of how we can work with the body to fit in and
work with it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So those who are coming now, they are higher and stronger.
I see.
So they can resist the disease frequency of the negative
they
ones.
do better.
Yes, they do better.
Ah.
Yes, they do better.
Because they have more information before they came.
Yes. See, the first set didn't have the information that was needed. So we had to gather the information for the others to make it better. It's the transition to make it easier for them. So it's like, you would say, the guinea pigs. To test the waters, to see what we were up against. To see what they would throw at us. And how to counteract. Yeah.
I see. So this is what we call a spiritual war between
Yes.
So this war has been for a while.
For longer than it should have. But it will soon come to a closure.
How close we're getting to the end?
It's close enough. They are trying, they know that it's coming to a closure. They're trying to, it's like their last stand. They're trying their best to resist, to do much damage as they can.
Because they don't have much time left.
No. But they cannot anymore.
They know they're going to lose.
Yeah, they're going to have to give up. So it's changing.
So
and it's changing faster
than before.
Their technology that they had that was working in their favor is no longer stronger. So it's faster now. And the beings that are coming in now, the frequency is faster. So it's creating that faster change. That's why they're trying to hurt them. They're trying to
do whatever they can.
What they did before to the first set that came.
I see.
But it's not working.
So it doesn't matter they have a more advanced technology or not. It's the level of the soul.
Yes, the level of the consciousness is far superior than theirs, and the technology is far superior than theirs.
So what kind of technology the volunteers use?
I cannot I cannot see.
I see.
It's,
Is this the case that there are many layers of the consciousness level in the universe? There are many different, let's say, ranking.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
There are many different levels,
Mm-hmm.
many different frequencies. There are many different bodies, many different energies that don't require bodies.
Are volunteers, they came here without a body?
I would say some do not require bodies, and they are the ones who are helping the other volunteers to remember, to awake, to resist the program.
I see. So they work with the volunteers?
Yes. We have to help them to remember who they are, why they came, so they do not defeat the purpose of their mission. Yeah, so
there are so many things going on.
it's necessary.
So we cannot see those, but the energy on Earth
No.
There are many things are happening
Simultaneously. So everything that you perceive is not what you perceive it to be. Just like everyone you perceive to be is not what you perceive them to be.
So, so you would say the COVID and this war between Russia and Ukraine, they are acting as an accelerator to the.
It started out to be negative, but it was. How should I put this? They wanted it to be negative and to cause a distraction.
So that's the cause is from them.
Yes. But it was counteracted. There was counteraction that shifted in the more.
To be a catalyst.
Yes. So, to create the balance, like, how should I put it? They wanted it to have a negative effect, but it was counteractive, and it kind of defeated the purpose that they wanted first, because it made it caused the awakening. It helped others to start awakening, to start questioning, to start seeing through the illusion.
So this has anything to do with the volunteers, or it just happened that way?
Well, it's a collective. It's a collective endeavor. It's never. How do I describe it? It's unity. It's never one thing outside itself, because everything is intertwined. It's connected. It's
interconnected.
Yes.
I see. So it did not serve the original purpose.
No. No, that it was intended for.
But how about the war, which is still going on?
it it's a I get distraction. It's
Uh-huh.
it's should I say it's necessary
Ah. For
for us awakening in that specific region,
ah.
because there's a lot of hate.
Ah.
They're still stuck on
The old beliefs?
the old beliefs, and they're still running on that old program of racism and hate
Uh-huh.
and control.
Uh-huh.
So let's say that they have to work it out,
Mm.
but when it's done,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can see.
Mm.
When it's over, they're going to be different.
Uh-huh. And that also will, in a way, influence the entire world. Other people are also learning from this.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. It's all about growth. It's all
Mhm.
about learning,
Mm-hmm.
because people get to see.
Mm-hmm.
If you are under attack and you're asking for assistance,
Mm-hmm.
but then you have people in your own country that you are suppressing, you are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? There's a force that comes external that
Yes.
does the same to
Mm-hmm.
show you who you are. How do I put it too? It's your reflection of who you are. So you get to see yourself.
So the external is internal. It's a
It's-
reflection.
Yeah, it's like a balance. It's like
Mm.
you get to see yourself for who you are.
Uh-huh.
So you have the choice to make the change
Mm.
that is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're full of hate and anger,
Ah,
you
I see.
are projecting
that too.
on the external. So
Right.
what comes into your life is people who will treat you with
I see.
hate and anger.
I see. So the cause is the internal.
Yes.
Mm.
So eventually
So,
they will all grow.
mm.
They will understand.
Uh-huh. So everything else is like that.
Yes.
Mm. Whatever happened to us is because what we have inside.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you have to fix.
Mm.
You have to fix yourselves. It all stems from the internal.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the harmony,
Mm-hmm.
the peace,
Mm-hmm.
the love,
Mm-hmm.
you project that energy,
Mm-hmm.
and then you project those beings, those
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to say people,
Right.
because we are not. You have to look beyond the denseness.
Mm.
You attract those beings into your life.
So the reptilians is also because of our internal this fight, and that kind of attract those beings who come to Earth.
I would like to say because of the imbalance, because of
I
we
see.
fell out of balance,
Mm-hmm.
so it became sending a frequency of greed, hatred, corruption,
I see.
strife, negativity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The negativity
Mhm.
attracted.
Mm-hmm.
You understand
Right,
what
so-
was negative.
Right. So energy attracts like
Ener-
energy.
Energy attracts like energy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened.
Mm.
So when light beings came who wanted to say, you are not going the right way, you are causing your own problems. That's why at the council they say, let earth work out their own problems that they have caused upon themselves.
They have to work internally.
Yes. That's why initially nobody wanted to nobody wanted to come, to volunteer to come. I won't say nobody, a few wanted to volunteer, but not many.
And this was what? How many years ago?
It was many years ago, because you saw her experiences in human form through different lifetimes.
Yes.
So we were here before her body denseness. How should I say? Before the human experience, there was us. There was I.
So before,
I can't explain it to you.
Are you talking about before Earth had a human?
I'm saying. It was long before. It was long. It was too long. It was too long to put into words. The council was always there for billions, and if they weren't there, planets could not be seeded. Planets could not be protected. The balance could not be kept. So it's outside the realms of time. I cannot.
So it's a long ago.
Yes.
Almost like the beginning of the time.
Yes.
So when we after.
It's like you call them by different names. You say angels and celestials, and you know,
I see.
throughout the the centuries you call them different names. You say gods and
So is this true? So humans were brought to Earth?
I would say let's say it was like a seeding. It was like a seeding, like a. How do I put it? Brought. Like a spiritual evolution, I would say. They were seeded. They were seeded, and not just. How should I put it? They had destruction. Some planets were destroyed. So it was like a starting over. Like a new beginning. Like to do over, to learn, to grow, to change, to learn from wars and fighting and control to
Oh.
learn from mistakes
And,
and to evolve into a more harmonious species, so you can interact with other galaxies and planets that with beings who are harmonious and loving and
so it's
advanced.
so it's a really exciting place to do everything.
It is. It's like a learning. You learn. It's where you learn. It's where you grow. It's an exciting period. And there are other beings who are watching, who are learning as well.
From our experience.
Yes. Yes.
So this is a very unique planet.
It is.
Not like any others.
It is very unique. It's very beautiful. And
anyone is allowed to come?
no, not anyone is allowed to come. No.
What is the qualification?
Love, light, truth, wanting good that you want for yourself, for others.
I see. And so, Earth is created by some higher beings. Is this something that can be disclosed?
Let's just say that she's alive. And she is growing as you are growing, as we are growing, as we are evolving, as we are healing. So it's a collective influence. She influences us, we influence her. So we are growing together, if you understand what I'm trying to say. We raise our frequency, it helps her. She raises her frequency, it helps us. So she is growing. We have because the human body has chakras, has energy centers and vortices, meridians. She has the same. She has ley lines and certain key areas where her chakras are, that they have tried to suppress her energy. So she is ascending as we ascend. So they have, just like the human body has the chakras, it have the blood and stuff. She has the same. For instance, the fossil fuel they've been using, they've been saying that they're fractioning oil. It's her blood. So I can't give you more information, but I can say that she is healing, we're healing. The human beings and those who have volunteered and who are awakening, it's a collective effort, and it's all about healing. It's about growth, and it's about spiritual evolution, and it's happening. It cannot stop. If you choose to, you will. If you choose not to, it's your choice.
But everyone has to evolve eventually.
Eventually, yes, but it doesn't mean at the same time. So you choose.
And so, so you and her soul are like sharing the same soul?
energy is we are one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a projection.
Mm-hmm.
It's like projecting from a higher plane
Mm-hmm.
down to a manifesting into a,
So it's like an extension.
yes,
Uh-huh.
an extension.
Mm-hmm.
That's the correct word.
Mm.
So she must understand that she must not take it personally why she's being attacked.
Mm.
They know that it's a higher connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's a higher being.
Mm-hmm.
Her, she is a higher being. Her soul.
Mhm.
We are. I am.
Mm-hmm. So,
And they will attack.
so can you say this? If someone is feeling spiritually attacked, then the person can understand probably this being is carrying a very big mission.
Yes, yes. You have a mission. You are not attacked for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's attacked for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Because you are targeted.
You are targeted for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So you are targeted to throw you off from your mission, to distract you, so you can delay the awakening, you can delay the manifestation of what you came to do, or you can muddy your frequency. You can become angry, hateful, bitter, depressed. You muddy that light that you came to project.
I see.
So it traps, like a trap.
Trapped by the mind.
Yes.
Because they're the negative force, they're manipulating people's mind.
Yes.
So is that, let's say, people who are they became depressed or have anxiety or trauma, that's also because of those manipulation of the mind?
It's a program. They're perceiving that frequency, and it causes anxiety in them. So the more fear, the more anxiety, the more hatred, it is good for the negativity, but it's not good for them. It burns them up eventually.
But they can do something to get out of it.
Yes. Yes.
To heal themselves.
Yes. So what the volunteers do are here for, we are here to help. Some of us, just by being in contact, we don't have to do anything. We can just be in your community, be in your vicinity, maybe on the streets, and we can
keep sending energy,
effect a change. Some of us, we can help with the healing, like energy healing.
So
what you are doing, going to the earth's for chakras and helping to help raise the frequency, help with the healing, to dismantle those programs that they have running. Yes, so each of us have a different mission, but it is the same
goal,
the same interest, the same what's the word, the same purpose. Yes, the same agenda.
Right.
Agenda, that's the word.
So I'm also one of those volunteers.
You are, and you know you are.
Just need a confirmation.
We seek, we are shown things. It's not that we do not know. We know inside our spirit, our soul, but we seek external validation
Yes.
because we lack the confidence,
Right.
the self-esteem, because we're being bombarded. So we become,
Doubtful.
yes, we become doubtful of who we are, doubtful of our abilities, but eventually we meet a stage where the triggers that they used to affect us or cause us to feel that negativity, it doesn't work on us anymore. It's like a falling away. They can bombard us, but we do not.
Get affected.
No, exactly. It doesn't work.
Right. And yeah, I feel that I really became a person who has less and less doubts, because I used to doubt so much more. Yeah, because in living in this society, it's very.
It's difficult. That's why, as you grow and you evolve in consciousness, you tend to seek out more quiet places. You tend to seek out not crowded places. You want to be more in nature. You seek out the forest.
Yes.
You seek out mountains. You seek out places where with streams and rivers, and
Yes.
so eventually, as you grow, you will move away from the noise, the constant bombardment, the constant to and fro motion, and you need a harmony. So you will eventually move away from society.
We can still live here, but that's physically we live here, but spiritually we can always find our inner peace.
Yes, but it is difficult. You will constantly need to spiritually tune up because you're being bombarded. So you will constantly need to seek out some healing. Yes. You will need to replenish your energy because you're giving energy, plus you're being bombarded with by the negative ones, and plus those who they are working as their agents, who they are manipulating mentally. So it's a constant bombardment. You will need that replenishment. Tap into that source energy or the assistance from higher beings and consciousness. So it's more difficult when you're in a society as opposed to being outside looking in, if I can put it that way.
I see. I was just going to ask something else. Let's say things like psychedelics, those plant medicine. Does the medicine also help to learn and grow, evolve?
Yes, it is. The medicine is a tool, but it's not a tool to rely on solely, like, I use the medicine alone. You use the medicine along with the inner work that you're doing, the healing. So the medicine is a facilitator to the process.
And the medicine also can be the teacher.
The facilitator to the process. So it facilitates, it teaches, because you begin to realize, or if you have already realized, that you are more than what you perceive to be, this body. So it helps you to tap in, I should say, to a higher state of consciousness, and you see yourself as not what you perceive or what they have perceived, wanted you to perceive yourself to be.
Right. So you can see the bigger picture.
The bigger picture of who you are as a being, and where you are in your journey, and yes. So
it's a is a helper.
Yes.
So because Kim she's ready to try some.
She always wanted to, but it wasn't the right time. The timing wasn't right. She had to learn to heal, do some more inner healing. She wasn't at that stage of understanding.
I see.
So, not only understanding of awakening. So we tried to help her to awaken to who, what she came to do and who she was. So we had to, let's say, kind of bring her back on track.
So it's the healing. Is something that we have to keep doing it, or we can really, heal ourselves and then we move on. Or this is like almost, like we need to heal ourselves regularly.
If you're being bombarded, you'll need constant healing. So, because you have feelings. So, if you're being bombarded, you will need to heal yourself. But you meet a point of equilibrium where the negativity doesn't affect you. So you complete then. Your healing is complete. So you can withstand the bombardment of the negativity.
But then
So you become let me say, like Christ-like. It doesn't bother you.
So you have no buttons
for them to trigger, to push, they can't gaslight you, they can't trigger you.
So that's the measurement? When you feel you have no buttons?
You will be tested. When you feel you have no buttons, situations will come to see if you have no buttons.
So you know.
When you pass that test, you will know when you have no buttons to be pushed. When you're at that center of peace.
Right. So is let's say beings like Jesus or Buddha. So they are the people who have no buttons anymore.
They are ascended masters. You say Jesus. You give names. Those are not their names. It's just a name that you give throughout the, let's say, a religion. In different places, they're known by different names, but they are just higher consciousness, higher beings.
It's not that person. It's about those energy, higher consciousness.
Yes, the higher consciousness energy beings that they don't require bodies and vessels and food and those things, but religion has been manipulated as a form of control by the same negative ones.
I see.
So they give you a picture or a projection of, this is what this being looks like and this is what this being name is. It is not true. So you can be calling on a being, for example, but it doesn't mean that being is for your highest and greatest good, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
It could be you're calling on a being because you give an energy. So when your thoughts are energy, your prayers are energy.
Your words.
You're giving energy to a being. But it doesn't mean that being is in your best interest. That being could be of the negative one. The negative ones, if you understand what I mean. So religion has been manipulated. It's running on a program too. there are aspects of it which are very good, that
Yes.
teach you about caring and love and sharing and non-judgment and stuff, which are very good aspects. But then there are also aspects of it which are also telling you, but it's contradictory, about judging others who may not fit in the mold of what religions say. So it's kind of, it keeps you boxed in a trap to perceive those who are may not be religious like you, or may not be Christian or Muslim or whatsoever. You perceive them as the enemy or agents of the so-called devil.
Yes.
So it's a program and it's a trap. But it's like a starting point, and eventually you branch out. Those who are awakening, are those who choose to awaken at this time, they will eventually get it and branch out, because circumstances and situations will start happening in their lives that religion cannot explain, and they will start seeking alternatives. They will say there's more to religion, more to what I'm being told. And they will start asking questions, and when they ask questions, then guidance will come. They will start channeling, be in some higher states of consciousness, and even their higher self will start helping them to understand.
So, so, yeah, this is another question. So, let's say someone like Kim, when she's doing her mission here, so her higher self and her guides, and they're also watching her and protecting her, guiding her
at all times. She's never alone. She may perceive that she is alone at some times, but we are always there. We always keep an eye
on Earth.
Yes, so we're always there. So we don't allow any what should I say, you can attack, but you will not be successful. Yes.
And there's a, how to say, the negative force. They have, there is like a bottom line. There is they cannot cross.
Yes. That's why they use. That's why they use manipulation.
Yes,
they
yes.
use agents. They turn other beings into agents, so they can do their dirty work sometimes. Yeah.
So like a how to say that, invisibly.
Yes. Yes.
They can, yeah, because that's what I kind of experienced. I know what they can do.
Yes.
And I think the best thing, how to say, the best manipulation for them is to trick the mind.
Yes. Yes. It's the mind. Everything is the mind.
Yes.
So if they manipulate the mind, they control the actions, they control the body.
Yes. So we cannot feel this is external.
No, it feels like if it's coming from you,
Right.
but it's not.
Right.
So, but as you grow and you tap into, I wouldn't like to say psychic powers, because it's, I don't like that word. It's not psychic powers. It's natural, because it's universal. But as you grow, you can perceive them. You can hear them too. So you develop certain abilities. Yes.
To
So you
distinguish.
can distinguish, yes. And you can know that.
It's not from a loving place.
Exactly. And you can perceive that if you encounter, let's say if you encounter someone, you can know if they are under manipulation or if they are one of the negative ones. You can perceive that as you grow and become more conscious.
Because you have a more sharper intuition.
Yes. So you can know when they're in your, you also perceive when they're in your community too. Just like how they can perceive when light beings are and volunteers are in their community, you can perceive them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got so much information to understand what's going on Earth today. You give us a very clear picture. And so it seems we are winning.
We are, should I say winning? We are, win, lose. We are growing. We are not believing, we are knowing.
We're getting there.
Getting the big picture. We are on the path to where we're supposed to be. It's not easy. It hasn't been easy. And there are a few bumps in the road still. But eventually we get there.
We're really learning and growing.
Yes. Your perception that you have years ago when you were in your 20s is no longer how you see things now.
Right.
So it's a constant evolving, a constant growing, and experiences that come to help you grow. You may have judged someone in the past by an action they have done. Then you find yourself now, and you may be going through something, and that same person that you judged came through to help you. Or you have put down came through to help you. So that's why you take things from a loving point, a non-judgmental point, because
those are from the mind.
Yes, those are from programs of separation. So the person grows. So you may have judged them for something they may have done way back, but they're no longer who they are today. So you need to see things from a non-judgmental point of view. So sometimes it's difficult, but that's how it should be seen.
So let's say if someone is really carrying, let's say, low vibrations, right, where we can feel the vibration don't match. So when that happens, let's say, of course, let's say volunteers, we try to influence them, but we have to stay away.
If they're on low frequencies of vibration and low consciousness, and you are trying to influence them, they will burn you up. They suck your energy. They deplete you. And eventually you find that you start to be like them.
Right. I was going to say.
Yeah.
For example, I have this experience, and this being makes me feel very angry all the time. So what you need to do, you remove yourself from the situation. And stay away.
You
detach.
Send them, you detach, but you detach from a place of love, where you are at peace. You don't send them any thoughts of negativity, anger, hatred.
Yes.
You detach, you stay away, and you project them thoughts of love, light, peace, all the good things that you want for yourself. When they have meet a place of healing, where they have raised their energy and frequency, then you will find that you will meet again, or you will interact again on a better level, more loving and harmonious. But never try to
hard.
never try to force
the change.
You cannot.
Right.
They will hate you for it, that's one.
Yeah.
And they will deplete your energy. That's two.
Right. So you feel like probably you feel tired.
You feel tired, you feel sick, you'll get sick. So.
I see. So we know, actually, we always know, right?
Yes.
The answer, like what we should do.
Yes. It's just that we lack the confidence.
Yeah.
So we need sometimes external validations from others.
Yes.
Who are on the same frequency or higher frequencies. Yes.
We should always trust our intuition.
Yes.
It's always accurate.
Yes.
And we don't really need to ask anyone.
No. You can connect. You're never alone. And that's one of the most important messages. You are never alone.
Yes. I can feel that more and more. So let's say today, Kim, she was kind of late, like an hour late, to come here. And what is stopping her? The same energy.
It was two things. One was not just the negative forces, but it was within her the fear of
to see the truth.
She knows the truth. It's not to see the truth. But they have caused her to caused her to be alienated. Because they knew who she was, what she came to do, and they were afraid of her. So they had to keep her down. The more people and forces they could get to suppress her, it will cause her to doubt, to fear, to not want to associate, to become, how should I say, to not want to help.
To decrease the motivation.
Yes. So that played a part as well. So she kind of, maybe not consciously, intentionally procrastinated. And they assisted in that as well, and then creating, the traffic situation.
So they created.
Yes.
So they're capable.
Very capable. And they know when you are about to help, I should say, when you're about to seek help, or to help yourself or help someone, they are very much aware that you are embarking upon such a process. So they will try to counteract, but also in their counteraction they forget that there are other beings who will assist.
Yes.
So and what was happening.
So this is something we cannot see, but it's always going on.
Yes, you can't. It's always, it's constant.
Okay, so another question, or almost the last question, is what her daughter came here for?
Her daughter. Her daughter has a greater mission than she came to do.
Uh-huh.
I cannot disclose what it is,
But she has a greater mission.
but she is of higher consciousness. And you have heard about beings who are blue in nature.
Blue?
Yes, they have their manifestation, how they are perceived are like they are blue beings, and angelic beings, energy beings. More like Arcturians.
Not a Pleiadian, but
No.
Arcturian.
No. Just that she is here to see something carried out.
See something?
Something that needs to be carried out and completed. I cannot see further.
So she has a great mission.
Yes.
I see.
And she has been here before. She has been here before, and she is a great leader. That's all I can say.
I see. That's good enough. And another question, I'm not sure if this is also allowed for us to know. Can we have your name?
I would prefer not to.
Okay.
I prefer not to say, for the sake of your safety and Kim's safety.
I see.
What should I say? You like a certain type of decor?
I see.
So I get the sense that you are from that kind of region, star system, because your energy is very soothing, very loving, very what should I say? Very accommodating. Yes, very light. But I get the sense that you know. They keep saying, you know. You know.
I see. Thank you very much.
So many years since she was 5. She knew she wasn't from here. She was more powerful, I won't say powerful, because you never lose it, but she was more, the connection was more stronger and purer. So she was able to communicate more clearer and channel more information. So she knew that she wasn't from here, and she longed. She didn't like Earth. She couldn't understand the hate and the deception, why people could deceive one another and hurt one another. And it caused her a lot of pain and suffering, to the point where it accumulated, and it kind of caused her to not only forget certain things, but to be distracted and like come off course a little.
I see. Off the track.
Yes. So that's why everything is not necessary to
be disclosed.
Yes.
I see.
So
makes perfect sense.
Sometimes you need to you may not understand what is happening with you, but you need to trust the process and remain optimistic. Yes,
Yes. Are we? Do you feel we're complete for today? Or any messages for her?
Just let her know that we are always with her, as we are always with you and everyone else. She is loved because many times she has been in pain because she gives and gives, and some of the people who she gives to cause her great pain. She is very giving and loving and trusting, and they have abused their privilege. So now we are working on having her accept herself, who she is, what she came to do, and to forget the distraction. Know that the attacks cannot derail the course. And the more she connects and vibrates and on a positive level, the stronger she becomes, and the more she'll be able to heal and to heal others faster, because she does heal others. She does change their life. But the funny thing is, when she's already out of their life, they understand her, and they miss that connection. They miss the love that she brought into their life. So and this has happened not only with human beings, other beings as well. They fight to bring her back, as you say. But sometimes they don't understand that she has grown to a different level, so she cannot go back. So she can forgive them and understand where they were coming from. But she cannot, she's in motion, she's growing, vibrating. She can't reduce the vibration. That's how I can put it.
I see.
So it may be difficult for them at that time, but eventually they will meet the same stage and they will understand. They will understand. So that's how it works. We are at different levels of consciousness, but as we go up the ladder, we can understand from a different perspective, a more understanding, a more loving, a more compassionate perspective.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's why we have to keep raising our consciousness.
Yes.
To be on the same page with the higher beings.
She had to learn to love and to forgive. So she learned to love herself. She learned to forgive, and now she is completing that process of healing. So she is on the right path. It doesn't matter how it may look to others, but that's how it is for her, and she's going to ascend. She's going to make it. Yes.
And I truly appreciate this communication and the significant message you have given us. And if she one day comes back to do another session to find out more insight who she is, and we'll have a opportunity to work together like today again.
Yes.
Yes.
I am also perceiving
Yes.
something for you.
Oh yes.
I am seeing there is an energy, an older man.
Old man.
An older man, he's Asian. I get this feeling like a dad energy.
Yes.
And I just see his face.
Yes.
I don't know if there's anything that's wrong with him, bothering him. What is it? I don't know, it's something. That soul group. That's the sense I get.
I see. That makes sense. So, to be a giver, always a giver worries him?
It's not being a giver or giving that is worrying. It's giving to
the right people.
The right people. Not giving to those who do not deserve or appreciate. Because as givers, you tend to attract beings who would manipulate you because they know you are coming from a place of love. So you always have to be cautious and use your intuition. Not because it's of love and healing and light. You have to use wisdom, because negative ones also come as friends. They can also come as family.
Even as a family?
Yeah. So you have to be careful. Follow your intuition, and if something doesn't feel right, most of the time it isn't.
Right.
Yes.
So use intuition.
Yes.
I think that makes sense. He's worried about that.
Yes.
But if my question is, if we're strong enough or loving enough, can we just keep, just keep giving instead of worrying about who can take the energy from me?
How do I explain? If, let's say, a wall, let's say there's a wall and it's built by a stream, and it's built strong. For years it's strong, but the water keeps flowing by the foundation. After a while, what happens?
The wall collapses.
It undermines. It's not about not giving, because we always have to let that energy flow, but it's being responsible in our giving. It's loving ourselves enough to not be abused, to not be used. If you can understand what I'm saying.
So that's also part of the self-love.
Yes. It's also part of self-love and self-healing.
I see.
Because we attract and we allow others to treat us how we feel within. So That's why we have to be whole to attract wholesome goodness and good beings. Yes.
So if, let's say, when we encounter those people who just want to take energy from us, that has something to do with us inside.
Yes. Maybe there's an aspect of self, because healing is a process.
I see.
As you heal, your reality changes.
I see.
And in the changing of your reality, you allow different energy, a higher, more loving energy, and people and beings to come in. So you will find that you have outgrown those people who were mean to you, who were negative, who were hurt, causing pain, or you know. So you find that you have,
there's inner work to do.
yes, yes.
Makes perfect sense.
And that's what Kim had to learn and understand. When they have thrown her off and distracted her, she became angry because she knew she came to help. But then she started questioning, why did I come to help such a wicked, hateful species? So she wanted to not help and let them destroy themselves. So we had to
Heal ourselves.
yes, make her, help her to understand and heal, to put her back on course.
I see.
Yes, so
Very good. So this really make me understand. I think Kim will also understands even better. Everything's from inside.
yes. The outside is the mirror, the projection, the illusion to make you see what you are, or what you are becoming, or what you have allowed to influence you.
Yes.
So if you do not like what you see, you make the changes on the inside. You do the healing, go through the process of healing, self-analysis.
Yes, I have a much better understanding of healing today. Because it's a must.
It is necessary.
For the growth.
Yes. You cannot go to the next level if you haven't done the work.
Yes.
You will keep repeating the same
pattern.
cycles with the same people. You may perceive them as being different,
Right.
but it will be the same energy.
Right. I see. Thank you so very much for everything that you have taught us today.
You are most welcome. We wish you love and light and peace. And we send love, light and peace on the journey, and we help as much as we can without being overbearing or what should I say, hurting. Yes.
And we will communicate again.